Suzuki VanVan RV125 is no doubt a very cool bike, but one of the first modifications that most owners reach for is an aftermarket exhaust system. And I don't blame them. The one that comes with the bike is very muted. It looks okay, I suppose, but it doesn't really suit the character of the bike. When searching for a new exhaust for the VanVan, there is one particular exhaust that just keeps coming up on all of the online forums, especially in the UK, and that's the Black Widow 300mm exhaust. I happen to have that on my VanVan. I bought my VanVan second-hand and it actually came with the bike. Since then I've bought the downpipe as well, so I have a full Black Widow system. And I have to say, it looks great. The 300mm exhaust length is just right for the VanVan. It doesn't stick out too far. Personally, I think it's a little loud. And I have actually tried the 400mm as well, but it looks daft. It sticks way out the back of the bike and yeah, it doesn't do anything for the aesthetics. The aforementioned loudness of this exhaust is actually what would attract most people to it. At low RPM it does sound very good, very burbly, especially with all the baffles removed. But at high RPM and on a long journey, I tend to find it does get quite buzzy, kind of like a bag of wasps, which isn't really my taste, and going around some small villages, especially early morning or late in the evening, I find it to be a bit obnoxious. But that's just me, you might feel different. To try and reduce the volume a little bit of this exhaust, I bought Black Widow's DB Killer. Now this is another baffle that sits in between the downpipe and the back box, and this does quite a good job of reducing some of the volume. And with that, onto the point of the video. So I've recorded 4 clips of the VanVan running, and that's with the rear baffle, the mid baffle, both baffles, and no baffle, to give you an idea of how the exhaust sounds in all the situations. And this is startup, bit of revving, you've already seen a bit of riding, and I'll put some riding at the end of the video too. To make this video a little more useful, I've also included a screen capture of a decibel meter. This is recorded on my iPhone, so it's not a professional piece of equipment, so it's not overly accurate, but what it will do is show you the relative volume differences between each exhaust tone with the different baffles installed. And with that, let's get into it.